What's up, YouTube? You're watching Reunites, and this is our Survivor Series 2016 prediction video. And in this video, I'm going to give it to him.
Alright, so this is the main Survivor Series theme match between Raw and SmackDown, with Team Raw having Kevin Owens, Roman Reigns, Chris Jericho, Seth Rollins, and Braun Strowman versus Team SmackDown's AJ Styles, Dean Ambrose, Shane McMahon, Randy Orton, and Bray Wyatt.
What an interesting group of characters.
Yeah, like, this is pretty legit between everyone on each side. Like, you got star power all around with even a couple of younger guys mixed in there too. So, this should be a fun match for sure. Hard to say where it all goes because there's so many dynamics. You got Owens and Jericho. They'll boss the team around. Reigns and Rollins have a little bit of history together. Strowman's the X Factor for Raw. SmackDown, it seems like they're a little bit more cohesive because I'm guessing AJ will kind of just run the show. But then you have the X Factors of like Randy Orton and Bray Wyatt. They're going to
try to act on their own accord.
Yeah, they'll probably do their own thing. Dean Ambrose is Dean Ambrose. With Shane McMahon, you can expect some crazy stuff from him.
I think Dean Ambrose is going to do his own thing too.
Yeah, it's certainly possible, but he's also been a part of a team before.
Oh, true, yeah.
He's not like Baron Corbin.
This team right here, which we're starting to almost get, possibly.
I almost cried on Raw.
What would happen
the Powerbomb.
if it got down to like the final three? See, Ambrose is on Team SmackDown and the other two are on Raw.
See, I have a thought on that, and me and Josh were talking about this. I think maybe you too, but maybe. I think, like, the best possible scenario, it comes down to Owens. Owens, Rollins, and Reigns versus Dean Ambrose. And you can have a situation where Owens is, kind of bossing Rollins and Reigns around and kind of being a jerk like Owens is. Perhaps that pushes Roman and Rollins over to, past their limit, and they do something, maybe get DQ'd or counted out or something, and then it leads to something where Ambrose gets a one-on-one with Owens, and lo and behold, Reigns and Rollins come back out, and they start beating up Owens, and everyone's like, wait, they're supposed to be Team Raw, blah, 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 and then Ambrose gets the win, and, like, they do their Shield powerbomb, and then they rip off their Raw shirts, and, like, they're wearing SmackDown shirts.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
That would be, like, the greatest way, and they stand there and do their Shield, fist bump.
Say that they're going to SmackDown?
It's certainly possible. They got to do something where someone jumps ship or someone gets moved just to make this interesting. Because there was the rumor that there was a stipulation where the show that wins the most matches between the three gets to take a couple of people from the losing show. But it never was confirmed. WWE hasn't come out with any stipulations for this. So it seems like there's just more fight for the show's pride, which is okay, I guess.
Fight for the rights of scarves everywhere.
Yeah, fight for the right of the scarves.
I think it would be pretty cool if to see Strowman and Bray Wyatt feud.
Yeah, that's going to be interesting.
Imagine if Strowman goes to SmackDown and him and Wyatt feud. I don't know. That's going to be an interesting dynamic.
I just want the Wyatt family to be relevant, and the way that they're playing them up, nothing that they do really matters.
Well, they got Orton.
Yeah.
No.
You hope that's what's going to be their saving grace, but look what they did with the last time. They start moving, team, people into different teams. Like, you think back to the Nexus with CM Punk. Like, Punk's wasn't a bad fit for the Nexus. It was just ultimately what led to them tapering off the Nexus. So this back and forth with, who's on the Wyatts, who's not, like, that doesn't do them any favors. Now, Randy Orton makes it interesting, but they did it at a time where their main focus is on Survivor Series. They haven't really built on that story yet. They kind of took a hiatus on that. So I think they should have probably saved Orton joining the Wyatts, if that's what he's doing, for after Survivor Series. Because now there's this long gap that we've had no explanation why Randy's doing what he's doing, other than
they're going to be writing Orton off soon, anyways, when his wife has the baby.
Well, that's.
See, that just makes it all the more illogical. They kind of do a good job with the Wyatt family of just shoving things at them to try to make them relevant, and I feel like it never works.
Yeah, it's like they have
Eric Rowan will be back soon.
It's like they have a board and they just throw stuff, and whatever sticks is what they do with
or guinea pigs.
Well, I really want to like the Wyatt family. I do. And I think they have a lot of mic talent, and I would love to see more in-ring talent by Bray. But I never get to see it, so... Yeah,
because he's all talk, and he gets other people to do the wrestling for him. That's the character.
And I know it's there. I know.
I don't know, man. Like, this guy had to run his husky hairs. That didn't work.
We're not talking about that.
Yeah, well, it's coming back to haunt him, because this Bray Wyatt thing, I mean, yes, it was popular in the beginning, but it's still tapered off huge, and maybe this, putting Randy Orton in the mix will kind of give it the shot in the arm that it needs, but right now the Wyatts are just Bray Wyatt and Randy Orton.
Harper's back, isn't he?
Yeah, Harper's back, but they haven't done anything with that. It's not. They haven't done anything with it. So, what's so special about it? I don't know.
I think,
but we're focusing too much.
Yeah.
We're focusing too much on a little aspect of it.
That was my fault.
No, it's cool.
I think even though Y2J and Owens are best friends, I think somehow, some way. Owens is probably going to end up screwing over Y2J intentionally or unintentionally. Probably unintentionally.
I think that's probably
and Y2J is going to get knocked out. Not right away, but maybe somewhere around the midpoint of the match. And Owens is going to eventually make Y2J's list. And Owens and Y2J, at some point, they're going to feud.
Oh, yeah. You see the writing on the wall for that, for sure.
I think this whole idea that they were best friends has been fake anyway.
And I think you just made a list. I mean, I think that's one of the most hilarious things. And Y2J, in my opinion, he's been one of the best things about Raw recently.
Oh, yeah.
He's hilarious.
He's taken this crazy gimmick and just running with it, and it's hilarious. So I give him, so much credit for doing it. I don't see the Owens and Jericho thing running out of steam anytime soon, just because it's really starting to pick up. It has a lot of momentum,
yeah.
It's working.
Yeah.
It's funny. It offers the comical humor that we need. So.
Yeah. I just hope that they'll still, if they're doing this, that's fine, but you still want to build Owens as this, big-time champ, this guy that takes on everyone, takes out everyone. Because right now, he's beating up Rollins, up until...
I can't wait to see Owens and Styles have the two champs go at it.
That'd be cool.
Oh my god, yeah, the place is going to go nuts when that happens.
So, anytime you have the champions going against each other, it's going to be awesome.
Yeah.
Plus, you got Roman Reigns on Team Raw and Bray Wyatt on Team SmackDown, so you can renew that feud in the match. Dean Ambrose and Seth Rollins, even though they're trying to get them back together, but still, they could do great match work together.
Yeah, it's going to be crazy when Ambrose gets tagged in when Reigns is in, or vice versa.
What's it going to be like having Shane McMahon go against all those people? It's like, wow, imagine seeing Shane go up against Kevin Owens, Hopefully Braun doesn't get a hold of him too much.
Well, Braun got a hold of him on Raw. Yeah, he beat up poor Shane. I'm like, yo, man, he's got kids. He's old now.
Braun!
I think the old fan in me wants to see some little spot with Orton and Jericho, just because I can't remember whether they had history together, but I feel like
they had to. I'm sure they have.
But I feel like
they've both been around.
Spots with that match would be awesome.
Oh yeah, that's a good point. I think that would be pretty cool to see.
Because I'm old.
Wow, this match is really hard to predict because they could go so many ways with this, as Mark said.
Yeah, and I mean, you can maybe eliminate like some. Actually, there really isn't like a lower card person.
I watched it SmackDown because AJ Styles has the WWE Championship, and that's the more relevant title. Even
it should be.
He even said that to Owens. He's like, your title's not even relevant. Look what I have. You know, I'm the WWE Champion. You know.
Yeah.
So I want to see SmackDown win. Because you got the Wyatts on there, Dean Ambrose, AJ, of course.
Yeah. I think SmackDown overall has been the better show since they did the split.
And that's because it's headed by who?
Daniel Bryan.
Plus, it's only 2 hours.
Yeah.
And watching 3 hours of Raw sometimes can be hard. It's like, okay, get to the main event already.
Yeah.
All these random matches and 30-minute talking in the opening. It's like, okay.
SmackDown has always been the better show.
Yeah, especially now that it's went live. There's like less talking, it's straight up matches.
Yeah.
It's not a recap of Raw anymore.
Yeah.
So I'm going with SmackDown 100%.
Yeah. I think it's gonna be Raw. Like, I want SmackDown because Raw's always been, on top. And that's the main show you think of when you say WWE. Like,
Not me.
like, it's always Monday Night Raw, Raw's War, whatever you want to refer to. That was always the A show. SmackDown was always the B show. But now it's
don't say that now that he brought
Oh, I didn't even make that. Well, I mean, back in the day.
That's sad.
Yeah.
How dare you?
Me dissing Daniel Bryan, come on.
I know.
That offends me.
That offends me.
Triggered. Anyways. But yeah, I want SmackDown to do well in this match, but I mean, Raw is the golden child, and there's so much like power in that lineup.
But there's so much power in both shows. It's really hard to predict.
SmackDown definitely, but outside of like AJ and Dean, like maybe Randy too, but Shane was kind of just thrown in at the last minute. But we know what Shane can do. Bray is always up and down. Even Randy sometimes. Overall,
Triggered.
Raw. Big triggered. Overall, I think Raw is like more solid.
I'd be surprised if Shane wins because there really wouldn't be a point for him to get to pin. I'd be surprised if Bray gets to pin. I'd be surprised if Randy gets to pin. So it will go down to AJ or Dean if SmackDown does win. I think I think it's going to go down to AJ, Ambrose, Rollins, and Reigns. And I think Ambrose is going to pin Reigns for the win. I think that would be interesting to see it go down between Ambrose and Reigns.
Yeah, that would heartbreak for all the Shield fans.
And then at the end of the match, they shake hands, and all the heels start attacking Ambrose and Reigns, Rollins as well. And so they all team up against the heels, attacking them at the end of the match, and they powerbomb, say, Owens or someone, like you said earlier.
Yeah. Or in that case,
or
it'd probably be AJ.
Yeah, or they powerbomb AJ.
Yeah. And then
as much as I like AJ too, but I think that would be a cool moment to see.
Especially since Dean Ambrose is going up against AJ at TLC, they could set that up.
Yeah.
So, who did you pick? You picked Raw?
I said Raw.
Who did you pick to pin? Who would get the winning pin? If you had to say.
So, my thinking would be Owens and Jericho and Rollins survive for Raw. And it comes down to probably Dean Ambrose. And Dean puts up a good fight, but probably Owens and Jericho get too much. And Owens picks up the pin on Dean.
Okay.
I overall will pick Team Raw. I think they're coming out on top for this match. I think the final pin is going to come down to Reigns and Ambrose.
So Reigns gets the pin on Ambrose. Oh man.
I think Styles versus Owens. Styles will pin Owens.
Can it just be those two?
Wow.
Just eliminate everyone else.
So many interesting and awesome scenarios.
Yeah.
All right, so let us know your thoughts. Do you agree with us? Disagree with us? What do you want to happen? What do you think will happen? I think this has potential to be the match of the night, or one of the best matches of the night. Let us know. And any last thoughts for you guys?
We love you, but we like Team Red more.
Go SmackDown. I hope it's a great match.
Go great pay-per-view.
Yes. Thanks for watching, and we'll catch you later.
Goldberg,
See ya.
Goldberg sucks.